In this video, we're going to look at how to use the equation editor in Word. Now, depending on what version of Word you're using, your screen's going to look slightly different. I'm using Word for a Mac 2011. If you're using Word on a PC and it looks different and you're not able to follow these instructions, I recommend going to Google or YouTube and just searching for Word equation editor and then the version of Word that you have. So in most versions of Word, you can go to Insert, Equation. This will give you an equation box. We'll start out with a really easy example. Maybe I want to type the formula for a straight line. That's y equals mx plus b. So I can just type y equals mx plus b, enter, and I have a nicely formatted equation. Let's do one a little more complicated. Let's say that we want to write the equation for a sample mean. That is x bar equals the sum of x divided by n. So the first thing we need is x bar. The bar is considered an accent. So we have our accent, and then we can type our x in underneath it. Then we want to click the right arrow to get out of that accent box. Equals, it's going to be a fraction, and I like to do my fractions one on top of the other, stacked. In the numerator, we want sigma x. So sigma, here's an operator. Divided by n. And there we have our formula for the sample mean. The next one I want to show you is the formula for sample proportion. So that's going to be p hat. So the hat, again, is an accent. And that is equal to the fraction of, there's a few different ways you can write this. You can write it as x over n, or you could also write it as number with the trait over total number. So the nice thing about the Word equation editor is that you could do just symbols, or you could actually write phrases in the equations. The last one that I want to show you is the formula for a sample standard deviation, because here you're going to get to see exponents and square roots. So sample standard deviation is S, and this is equal to the square root of the variance. The variance is S squared equal to the square root of the sum of squares, which is the sum of, and you'll see all these formulas throughout the course. I just want to show you now how to do the exponents and the square roots. X minus x bar squared divided by n minus 1. So this is kind of a basic tutorial of some of the formulas that you'll need to use in Stat 200. When you are doing your lab assignments, you should be using the Word equation editor. I do not want to see you trying to write out, standard deviation as S equals square root of variance equals square root of all of that. You should not be typing things out in sentence form like that. You should be showing your equations using the equation editor. If you have any questions or if there are any other specific examples that you want to see, you can ask your instructor on your Canvas discussion board.